The Libertarian Party of Travis County, Texas, has adopted a resolution calling for the impeachment of President Donald Trump, accusing him of making lawless dictatorial pronouncements that violate the constitutional separation of powers. The resolution highlights the Trump administration's failure to secure the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia from a prison in El Salvador, threats to send United States citizens to foreign prisons, and the deportation of lawful United States residents based on their political beliefs. In recent weeks, the Trump administration acknowledged it has been unable to bring back Garcia, a 29-year-old father of two deported to El Salvador due to what the Justice Department described as an administrative error. The administration also revoked student visas from foreign nationals it accused of holding extremist views, allegations many of the individuals have denied. During a press conference on Monday with El Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele, Trump said he would be all for sending certain United States criminals to El Salvador, and was recorded saying, "You gotta build about 5 more places. It's not big enough." On Tuesday, the Libertarian Party of Travis County officially passed a resolution calling for the impeachment of President Donald J. Trump and his removal from office. It accused Trump of having taken an oath of office to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States without any clear intent to uphold it. The resolution specifically referenced Garcia's case. He was deported from Maryland to El Salvador in early April, again described by the Justice Department as an administrative error. Despite having no criminal convictions, Garcia was sent to a high-security prison in El Salvador. While the U.S. government claims he has ties to MS-13, a notorious gang, Garcia's wife denies the allegations, and his legal team says the U.S. government has never produced a shred of evidence to support this unfounded accusation. On April 10th, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously ruled, 9-0, that the Trump administration must facilitate Garcia's return to the United States. However, on Monday, the Trump administration claimed it lacked the authority to bring him back, while Bukele said, "How can I return him to the United States? Like if I smuggle him into the United States? Of course I'm not going to do it. The question is preposterous." Bukele added, "We're not very fond of releasing terrorists, despite the fact that Garcia has not been convicted of any crime in either the United States or El Salvador." The resolution also condemned Trump's comments in which he allegedly supported sending U.S. citizens to foreign prisons where they would certainly have no due process of law. According to Inside Higher Ed, at least 147 foreign students have had their visas revoked by the Trump administration, including several involved in pro-Palestinian activism. The resolution cited this as further evidence of political targeting, stating the administration has deported legal U.S. residents for their political viewpoints. Among those targeted for deportation is Rumeysa Öztürk, a 30-year-old Turkish doctoral student at Tufts University. The Department of Homeland Security accused her of engaging in activities in support of Hamas, though no supporting evidence was presented. Trump previously survived 2 impeachment efforts during his first term. The Libertarian Party of Travis County's resolution reads, "Whereas the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, affirmed by a unanimous U.S. Supreme Court, ruled that the government must facilitate Kilmar Abrego Garcia's release from custody in El Salvador and ensure his case is handled as it would have been had he not been wrongfully deported, whereas President Donald J. Trump and his administration admit that Garcia's deportation was an administrative error, yet claim there is nothing they can do, when in fact, they are choosing inaction, whereas the Trump administration has violated the constitutional rights of numerous lawful U.S. residents by denying them due process in challenging deportation orders, whereas the administration has targeted lawful U.S. residents for deportation due to their political beliefs, in direct violation of the First Amendment, whereas President Trump has wrongly invoked the Alien Act of 1798 and similar laws to justify deportations, misapplying wartime legislation as tools of law enforcement, whereas President Trump has stated his support for sending U.S. citizens to foreign prisons, where they would be denied basic due process protections, whereas the president continues to issue lawless, dictatorial executive orders, treating them as law even when they infringe upon the constitutional separation of powers, whereas the Libertarian Party upholds the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law in opposition to tyranny and authoritarianism, and whereas President Trump swore an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, yet shows no clear intention of doing so. Therefore, be it resolved that the Libertarian Party of Travis County calls for the impeachment of President Donald J. Trump and his removal from office.